Royals! Royals! Weekend review! Royals Weekend Review!
Hey Royals, welcome back to the 22nd episode of Royals Weekend Review.
I'm Josue.
I'm Isaac.
Did you know March is about Women's History Month?
It's a time to recognize the impact women have made throughout history and the impact they're still making today.
Here at KM, we have so many amazing female teachers. We went around to ask them what this month means to them.
We'll also be highlighting some important moments in history along the way.
Let's look into it. Hello, who are we here today?
Miss Kuntz.
Awesome. Okay, so we'd like to ask you some questions about Women's History Month.
Awesome.
The first one is, what does Women's History Month means to you?
It means a lot. I feel like throughout my time growing up and in education, I wasn't really taught about any historical female people. And I had to do a lot of that research on my own growing up. And for a long time, I just didn't value women, even being a woman, as much as I should have. And so I think it is important to acknowledge people who haven't gotten their time to shine. This is what I love about Black History Month too, Asian American History Month, because just for so many years, our stories were not getting told, and taking time to honor that is really important. And it's very inspiring for people who might not think they can accomplish much. They get to see people in history who have done big things, who look like them, have similar experiences. And we all need a little more of that sometimes.
That's a nice answer.
Thank you.
Yes. For the second one, which is, who inspired you?
Yes. Okay. One of my biggest heroes growing up was Princess Diana. So I was born in 89, and so she was kind of in the height of her popularity for a bunch of my beginning years. And Princess Diana is one of the biggest things that I still appreciate about her is she raised so much for AIDS awareness. AIDS was a huge epidemic in the 90s, and there's this huge stigma against people who had AIDS. And she was publicly one of the first people to hug someone who has AIDS. And it seems very small, but it was this moment that left a lasting impression and changed the opinion of many people in the world. And she did so much. She worked for charities. She fought back against oppressive systems. And still to this day, I really wish she was alive. I think she was a wonderful person.
And for our last one of today is, what are some challenges women are still facing in society today?
Yeah, the reality is we still can't walk safely alone. I would love to exercise at night. I don't feel like I can safely do that. Abuse and assault are still running rampant. There's still a big wage gap. So women are not paid the same for their quality of work they do compared to men. Some of our rights are, whether or not you agree or disagree with them, rights are being taken away from women. So Roe versus Wade was overturned. And ultimately, I just feel like there's been kind of this rise in toxic culture. I know there's like the Andrew Tates of the world, and I feel like they're gaining more popularity. And as a woman, that's always a little concerning to me, because I want the people we celebrate to be people who love and value all genders and all ethnicities and all religions. And it's just a little worrisome that's going on.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Who am I here with? Miss Sparks. And I'm going to ask you a few questions, and are you okay with answering it?
Yeah.
Okay, the first one is, what does Women's History Month mean to you?
It means a lot. As a woman, obviously, it is important to me, but also I think it's really cool to have a month that we showcase and dedicate to women who are often marginalized or, not as recognized as men.
Okay. Second question. Who inspires you?
I had to think about this one. There are many women that inspire me, but as a kid, Michelle Obama. She's a powerful woman. She didn't get overshined by her husband, who was arguably one of the most important men in the world at the time. And she's an attorney, and I wanted to be an attorney as a kid.
I see the energy. I see the. You could be
Maybe one day.
Yeah, you could be one.
You're in school. I might get back in school.
Okay, last one. What are some challenges women are still facing today?
I think there are many, but one, working in a school and like working with young women, I think that we should pay special attention to the inequalities in the workplace. So like how they're in positions of power, it is more frequently occupied by men.
I love those answers.
What do you think?
I also think, like, you just took the answers away from me, you know? Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Hello, who am I with?
Ms. Gomez.
What does women history mean to you?
Women history means a lot to me just because I am a woman and so I have experienced struggles that other women have faced too, but also as a history teacher, I teach about, the struggles of women throughout history, from getting the rights to vote to, being able to get the right education that they want and fighting for freedom. So women's history is really important because I think they deserve recognition because a lot of great women exist in the world.
Who inspired you?
My sister, definitely. She's 8 years older than me, and I've always looked up to her. She's a nurse, and she's like a great mom and a good wife, and so I think she does really great things, and I want to be like her always.
Okay. What are some challenges women are still facing today?
Women still face a lot of challenges. I mean, in the United States alone, there's still a lot of like sexism, discrimination, stuff like that. In other countries, women are still trying to get the right to like proper education and have their voices heard in society. And even like as a Hispanic woman, there's still a lot of like machismo in the world, and like women get killed and like are abused a lot. So there's still a lot of violence towards women, and I think that's something that should be worked on a lot throughout the world, not just here. It's very sad to see, and I think that's still something we need to work on.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gomez.
Women's History Month is really about looking back at the moments that helped shape where we are today.
Yeah, and when you start looking at it, there are some pretty big milestones along the way.
For example, back in 1920, women in the U.S. finally earned the right to vote, something that completely changed their role in society.
Then, in 1955, Rosa Parks made a simple but powerful decision not to give up her seat on the bus, and that helped spark the civil rights movement.
Fast forward a bit, in 1963, the Equal Pay Act was passed, which was a step toward closing the wage gap.
And in 1972, Title IX opened the door for girls and women in sports and education, creating opportunity that didn't exist before.
More recently, Malala Yousafzai stood up for girls' education around the world, even after facing serious danger.
And today, women continue to lead, create, and inspire in every field you can think of.
Women's History Month isn't just about the past, it's about the impact women are still making today.
Behind every major moment in history, there are women whose stories don't always get told.
It's a reminder that women have always shaped our world in powerful ways, socially, politically, and culturally.
And that includes the everyday women in our lives who make a difference every single day.
Now let's hear from our royals with some fun questions about Women's History Month.
Who am I here with?
Christina?
Christina, who is your favorite female artist?
I'd probably have to say Mariah the Scientist.
What's your favorite song by her?
Either Brain or Beetlejuice.
Okay. If you could switch a life with a female from history, who would it be?
I'd probably have to say Michelle Obama, because she's very rich, has a very nice, loving family, and she's a very strong and powerful woman. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, who am I here with?
Allison?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you two questions. The first one is, who's your favorite female artist?
Currently, my favorite female artist would be Jenny Rivera. I think I like it too.
Okay. And the second one is, if you had to switch lives with a woman in history, who would you pick?
Oh, wow. Thank you. Someone I would pick, I think, would be like, I don't know, it's gonna sound cringe, but like Selena Quintanilla. Because I feel like she did like many stuff that I would have liked to do. So yeah, I would choose.
Not cringe, bro. Like you're being original here, yo. Okay. Done.
Who am I with?
Kiani.
What do you think about Women's History Month?
I think Women's History Month is like a special month for like the women to like know how important we are and how strong we are capable of.
Okay. And who's your favorite woman artist?
Myself.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm an artist and a woman, ain't I right?
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Hello, who am I with?
Miss Simmering.
What does women history mean to you?
It's important because women have contributed so much in the world. It should be recognized.
And who inspired you?
My grandmother and one of my favorite writers, Toni Morrison.
What is a lesson you could teach teenagers today?
Just that girls especially should get educated so they can go out in the world and feel empowered.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Women's History Month is a time to reflect, appreciate, and recognize the impact of women in our lives throughout history.
Let's continue to support and uplift women, not just this month, but every day.
Thank you, Royals. That's all we have for this episode.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.